One of the best things about being a deep learner is that every single human being is different, and you recognize that very early in your deep learning practices. You learn to accept that we are all different, and because of those differences, because we accept those differences, we recognize that we don't want people to actually be the same as us. It's actually more better, it's actually more enjoyable, it's actually more exciting, more entertaining when we meet people that have different views to us, that have different thoughts to us, that have different actions to us, because that is when the best learning happens. If you think that everyone should be like you, if you think everyone should have your values and talk like you and act like you and be thinking a certain way, that's when the learning stops. And that's what hurts your brain mechanism into developing and growing and becoming a deep learner. And so the key here, there's three things that are really important here. And I always say 1, 2, and 3. 1, being genuine. 2, actually liking others because of their differences. And when I say like, really like, not pretend like. Not like I'm a sales guy and I'm going to pretend to like you. Not like I need to borrow some money, I need a venture capitalist, I'm going to pretend to like you. No, that doesn't work. People see through that. And when you train your brain to genuinely like people for their differences, to allow them to be that, to allow them, you know what? Here's a trick. See if you can do this. See if you can genuinely like people that you completely disagree with, have different values to, and see if you can just like them for who they are. That's a practice. Because if you can do that, your brain neurons just start to expand and get excited. And the learning that happens when you're open to genuinely liking something, not pretending, because there's a difference between pretend like and genuine like. Even your own body knows when you pretend to like something because you want something. You can have disagreements with people and like them. You can have disagreements and voice your disagreement, because people love genuine. And when you like someone and you disagree with them, but you like them, that still comes across, and you can be really respectful. Because you're genuinely showing yourself and you're genuinely understanding their position, you're learning more. When you genuinely like someone that's different from you in all aspects, the amount of learning that is done is unbelievable. You'd be amazed what you learn and you grow and develop, because you will see, you won't ignore them, you won't criticize them, you won't go on social media and tell them F and this and that. You will actually see them. You will then grasp a better understanding of them. It's funny when you talk, even have a cup of coffee with someone that you, again, disagree with, are very different. It's amazing the learning that happens. And all that learning is just learning that can help you in your deep learning journey towards your ecstatic desire. You'd be amazed. And thirdly, don't be like, I know it all, and you don't. Every single one of us is imperfect. Every single one of us is flawed. Every single one of us has a lot of learning to do. And so this is a journey. Me being on this deep learning journey is a journey. And like everyone else, it's imperfect. People that you might think don't have capabilities to give you those thoughts. Remember, they're living in this world. They're going to the markets, they're going to the shops, they're in the community, they're observing something. Because every single human being, whether they can express it academically or not, is experiencing something, having thoughts, having feelings. So never ever assume because you might be a little bit more academic than someone, you know more than them. Bullshit, you don't. You don't, because they're experiencing something that you're not. They're saying something that you can't. And that's why it's really important to start being genuine, be really genuine, like people, genuinely like people, not to change them. Don't like someone to change them. Like them for who they are. Like them for what they are, what they do, as they will like you. Like them for their imperfection. Like them because they're different from you. Like them because they have different political views than you. Because that's where the learning happens. That's when the growth happens. That's when the ideas flow. And even someone that has genuine different values to you, if they can feel that genuine love and it's not pretend. Because a lot of times we do a lot of pretending. We're being taught by a system to follow a process. It's not genuine feelings, it's really just following a process, getting information and following a process, having a standard answer, having this, saying this to her, making our friends feel like victims when we don't need to do that. When you make a friend feel like a victim, you're making it worse. Instead of trying to comfort them, lift them, bring them up. As you bring people up and you're genuine, you grow and develop. As I keep saying, gossip kills your brain, negativity kills your brain, anger kills your brain. All that stuff is killing your brain. It becomes a process of addiction, which then spirals your brain downwards. And when that happens, very, very difficult, not just to become a deep learner, but to really expand and grow in any aspect of your life. Deep learning education isn't just learning, it's a change of lifestyle, it's a change of life. Your life becomes better. Even if you just do these three things. Be genuine, be real. Don't give a fuck what people say about you. Be genuine, that's me, that's how I talk. Love it or hate it, that's me. Like people, genuinely like people, not because they're like you. It's because they're different to you, just like them for who they are. But be genuine, really like someone, don't pretend. Sales courses out there, communication courses out there, and again, you're following a process, they're all the same. Here's the information, follow a process. Do you want to communicate? Communicate like this, communicate like that. No, I want you to communicate like you. Because the way you communicate as an individual is what makes you special. No one in the world communicates like Sylvester Stallone because it's his uniqueness. Don't follow a process. Be yourself. That's the key. And don't be, I know it all. I know it all. You don't. No one knows it all. Every single person out there that thinks they know it all, they don't. They pretend to know it all. And I say, don't know it all. Because when you start with the premise, I don't know it all. When you start with the premise, I don't know, that is when the real learning